It was the day one of African Chefs Gathering and Policy Convening on African Food System. And yours truly, Tina JB, was the only African chef. No, the only Nigerian chef representing Nigeria. We had policymakers, we had barristers, but I was the only Nigerian chef. One accolade for me.
Are you giving me my flowers?
Yes, of course.
Please give me my flowers.
Thank you. I've gotten my flowers.
Yes, I've gotten my flowers. Yeah, I got to the venue and I was looking for my name, Tina JB of Fame. My seat was reserved. The one and only international ballet game. Let's not forget, did I tell you that it was a fully sponsored trip by Alliance for Food Sovereignty in Africa and AFSA, and in partnership with Health of Mother Earth Foundation? Oh man! This is the first of this gathering. It's the first of its kind. Together, we are all saying no to GMOs. African is blessed. We have enough land, we have food, we have good food. Why do we want to accept GMOs? So that's why this gathering was needed. There were lots of discussions, lots of things were said, questions were asked, every stakeholder was presently present. It was time for exercise. Look at that. Look at our moderator. Everybody was exercising because it was still the morning section. And look at that. That is Onome. Onome is camera shy. I caught her unaware. Our food is African. Our food is Nigerian. So we're trying to warm up for the day. So we all had representative in all the African countries, and this is South Africa. We made new friends, we get to know ourselves, and this was time for coffee break. And one thing I would say, Ethiopia has the best coffee in the world. Take it to anywhere. Like, they have the best coffee, the best tea. It was really amazing, especially this tea right here. It was really nice. I brought some back home. So back to the day, we had our coffee breaks and it was time for pictures. And film me very well. So we got back to the section. A lot of discussions were made and conversations were raised, questions were asked. Every key player was mentioned, and it's going to give birth to something really wonderful. I quite enjoyed this section. The first day was more like an introduction. Hear what Ajia had to say in her contribution.
I think which chef is supposed to promote it. That okay, let's promote our food and the medicine. Instead of us to be eating channels we are eating that.
Tell you and explain what Ajia said. I went there with the business, but we'll talk about that later. So we got to the food part. This was lunch break, and this is called Njala. Yeah, I think they don't even have swallow. Me, I was looking for swallow to swallow. But I think Africans, we need to do something. We need to be able to identify African meals in our different countries. This was their Sprite from Coca-Cola Company. I must say, it's really amazing, really nice. The content was quite original. So I got different types of the meal displayed. This is coffee. Hear what she has to say. This thing smells like, okay, it's coffee. It's really, really nice. Yeah.
Coffee. How do you eat it?
Yeah, I was asking her some questions.
What's the... Can you tell me the benefits of it? Benefits.
So voila, this was me now. I'm back to my food. I make sure I selected all the food they had. When you're traveling, you have to make sure that you learn how to adapt to people's food. And African is blessed. One of the Ethiopian guy was trying to explain to me. Hear him out.
Okay, then which is this?
This one is beef.
Beef. Is it the same thing with this?
Yeah, with different preparation.
Okay. And then this is chicken and I know this one.
And then this is made of chickpea.
Chickpea.
Yeah. And this is, green.
Green. Okay, and this is
Yeah, different.
different variety.
Yeah.
I know this one is
And
different.
it's also with different.
It was time for me to try the food. And
So we're
voila.
going to eat this meal together.
Watch
Is
me
it you
eat
now?
it.
Yes.
So,
So this is injera.
okay, this is injera.
So take it like this, and we choose whatever sauce we want. So let's, for example, I want this
You
one,
want this one?
and I do it like this. I scoop it.
Yeah, it's
I thought you were putting it in her mouth because you are thinking.
yeah. So
Exactly.
like this.
Keep it like that.
Something like this.
Zungulata. Not interpreter. We are putting
The injera is it's just like a bread for us. You know. It's like a chapati. The main sauce is this one. If you don't like it, you can use this one.
It's not bad though. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
We're Africans, you need to try something new, right?
My food is African.
My food is Nigerian and his food is Ethiopian. Alright, hold on.
This was also my colleague. I marketed my products to him and he actually patronized. I made some beer and guess what? 200 is their highest currency. It was time for my own contribution. Hear what I have to say. Rest of my hand.
My name is Martin. I'm from Nigeria. Okay, my highlights of the place was that number one, food will unify our women. When you bring food to the table, you bring people together. That's number one. And then number two is that wherever you go, you must find rice and stew. And in every peculiar nation, you must always find rice and stew. That's why in my local language they say RSVP, rice, stew, very plenty, if you want to bring them together. And number three is that it's my first time having such. I think one particular meal, the one that we got that name with the beef sauce. Again, one thing I think the Africans don't really have is you don't find all African meals in all African kitchens. I think the awareness should go beyond it. When you go out of different countries, you see you have Chinese meal, you have this. In every nation you find yourself. Why can't African just have this? It was strange to me. Being an African, if we can have these meals in different nations, maybe because I want to have a Ethiopian meal, let me have a taste of it. In Nigeria, we have different dishes. Every tribe will present something. So when you get to the Yoruba, they say they want to have amala, they want to have black soup. Where I'm coming from is Afang soup. So we have different names that stand up. As soon as you mention this, they know where it belongs. I think for the African nation, it can go this way too. When you have this, you know that I want to have Ethiopian meal, I want to have Uganda meal, I want to have this. You shouldn't wait to get to the country before having that. I think that's where we should look out for. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And y'all clap for me on my contribution. The section continued. We were having lots and lots of deliberations. Everybody was contributing. We were having some nice contributions. I met new people who were still trying to bond, and it was really cool. I enjoyed my stay in Ethiopia. Really. I met new people and I've made new connections. I just use the restroom at this point. So I can't film myself, admire myself, dancing to my outfit. Film the clothes, film and wear. They bought this thing off my body. Yes. International connection. I can't dance, I can't be happy. You know, it's you to be the first to go abroad for your family. Imitate family. I was just feeling myself. I was feeling my earrings. See how beautiful this girl look. I find they call me Ethiopian baby. That I'm looking like an Ethiopian baby. That I'm looking like them. So we went back to the section. This is Fonia. I'll talk about this some other day. It was part of what was contributed. One thing about Africa, we are blessed. We had lots of conversations around African food and how we are going to sustain it and saying no to GMOs. It was time for the evening break. I think this was the last thing we did for the day, and we called it a day. So Ethiopia is cold and beautiful. See you in my part 3 of my video.